And let me preface by saying that doomsdayers have always existed and they've always been proven to be wrong.
Well, I understand what you're actually trying to say, that those days, those doomsdayers, they're just spreading all this fear mongering for the most young people out there. But however, you're actually missing the point. My point is that we're living in a bad world right now due to all those too many uncertainties that is happening around the world. Because every single day, there's always bad news that is happening every single day. With all those, people are suffering financial hardship, whether they got laid off from their jobs, or people are drowning from heavy loads of student loans or even any kind of debts. And people, they have a hard time, staying afloat with all those bills that are just getting more expensive, like every month or even every year. And things are only going to get worse before it gets better. Because the reason why young people have no hopes for the future, because there's no point of, how we're going to solve the problem, because the government's not going to do anything. The corporations are just still going to continue their bottom line. And no one's not going to come to help you and save you from, from your hardship. Because those days are just getting really, really harder. And it's getting to a point that there's just no point of, continuing what we're usually doing. Because American dream is dead. Because what's the point of going to college if they cannot guarantee a good paying job? What's the point of, getting married or having a family if your wives are going to leave you and your children and you're going to be stuck with child support or alimony? And what's the point of, buying a house or even renting if the mortgage interest rates are just getting too high where, your income cannot able to, match up the expense level? Same thing for, rent prices as well. And what's the point of, planning for retirement if the cost of living just continues to go up, where the bills are getting more expensive, where the pension and Social Security are not able to match those, amount to your bills, so you end up going back to work just to meet the ends needs. Because I'm telling you out there, it's getting rough out there. And those young people, they just lost hope and they're going to resort to, coping. Whether it's, people end up getting drunk or getting overdosed, or people getting addicted to playing video games as a way to escape from the bad reality that we live in. Because life is rough out there. And I feel very sorry for most people who had to endure and suffer. Because things are only going to get worse before it gets better. And that's why, for me, I'm very quite pessimistic about what the future is going to hold for us.